Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. Today's video is about Queen Elizabeth. Queen Elizabeth I, also known as Elizabeth Tudor, was one of the most iconic monarchs in English history. Here's an overview of her life and reign. Early life. Birth: Elizabeth was born on September 7, 1533, in Greenwich, England. She was the daughter of King Henry VIII and his second wife, Anne Boleyn. Mother's execution: her mother, Anne Boleyn, was executed when Elizabeth was just 3 years old as a result of political and religious conflicts within the English court. Succession: Elizabeth's half-brother, Edward VI, and half-sister, Mary I, ruled England before her. She ascended to the throne on November 17, 1558, following the death of her sister, Mary I. Reign. The Elizabethan Era, Elizabeth's reign from 1558 to 1603, is often referred to as the Elizabethan Era. It was a period of significant cultural, artistic, and economic growth in England. Religious settlement: Elizabeth implemented the Elizabethan religious settlement, which established the Church of England as a Protestant institution, while allowing some Catholic practices. This was an attempt to find a middle ground between the warring Catholic and Protestant factions. Spanish Armada: one of the most famous events of her reign was the defeat of the Spanish Armada in 1588. England's navy, led by Sir Francis Drake, successfully repelled the Spanish invasion, which had been intended to overthrow Elizabeth and restore Catholicism. Exploration: Elizabeth sponsored several exploratory voyages, including those led by Sir Walter Raleigh and Sir Francis Drake. This era saw the beginning of English colonization in the Americas. Literature and culture: the Elizabethan era is renowned for its flourishing literature, with playwrights like William Shakespeare and Christopher Marlowe creating enduring works. Elizabeth herself was a patron of the arts. Longevity: Elizabeth's 45-year reign was marked by her longevity, as she became known as the Virgin Queen, due to her refusal to marry. She famously stated that she was married to England. Legacy. Cultural impact: Elizabeth's reign is often celebrated for its contributions to literature, music, and theatre. It was a time of artistic and intellectual flourishing. Political stability: her rule brought a measure of political stability to England after the tumultuous reigns of her predecessors. Religious tolerance: Elizabeth's religious policies, though Protestant, allowed for a degree of religious tolerance and diversity in England. Naval supremacy: the defeat of the Spanish Armada solidified England's reputation as a naval power and played a crucial role in shaping its maritime history. Queen Elizabeth I left an indelible mark on English history, and is remembered as one of the country's most iconic and influential monarchs. Challenges during her reign. Mary, Queen of Scots: Elizabeth faced a significant challenge from her cousin, Mary, Queen of Scots, who had a strong claim to the English throne. Mary's Catholicism and potential threat to Elizabeth's rule led to political intrigue and conflict. Elizabethan spy network: to protect her throne and uncover potential plots against her, Elizabeth maintained a network of spies, including Sir Francis Walsingham. This network helped thwart numerous assassination attempts. Economic prosperity: Elizabeth's reign saw economic prosperity and the growth of trade, partly due to the exploits of privateers like Sir Walter Raleigh and Sir Francis Drake, who raided Spanish treasure ships and established trade routes. Personal life. Marriage and the Virgin Queen: Elizabeth never married, earning her the moniker, the Virgin Queen. Her decision not to marry was partly influenced by her desire to maintain political independence and avoid foreign influence. Relationships: Elizabeth had close and sometimes complicated relationships with various individuals, including Robert Dudley, the Earl of Leicester, who was rumoured to be her favourite courtier, and Robert Devereux, the Earl of Essex, who later faced execution after a failed rebellion against her. Death and succession. Death: Queen Elizabeth I died on March 24, 1603, at the age of 69. Her death marked the end of the Tudor dynasty, as she had no direct heirs. Successor: her cousin James VI of Scotland, the son of Mary, Queen of Scots, ascended to the English throne as James I. This event is often referred to as the Union of the Crowns, as it united the crowns of England and Scotland. Iconic portraits. Elizabeth I is famous for her iconic portraits, many of which depict her in elaborate, Renaissance-style clothing, symbolizing her power and majesty. The Armada Portrait is one of the most well-known depictions of Elizabeth and is a symbolic representation of her triumph over the Spanish Armada. Queen Elizabeth I's reign remains a significant period in English history, characterized by political intrigue, cultural achievements, and the establishment of the foundations for the British Empire. Her legacy continues to be celebrated in literature, film, and popular culture.
This is the end of this story. If you love it, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Thank you for watching.